Okay, we'll start again. So Ella, we have Ella, Danielle Graves, Judy Durang, Kelly Bow. I have to do this again because she wouldn't have heard it. Mrs. H. Mwah. Michelle Lakowski, Louise Brobar, Ron's Keto Cafe, Patty Dixon, Lily Albright.
We missed you. We've been crazy without you last week, Lily. And also, welcome to our latest Patreon, which is Louise Brobach. We hope you enjoy it here. We're just like to make it feel like a bunch of friends just chatting and maybe having a cooking party, if you will. I'm just going to first make these two ingredients. Oh, let's get one that's underneath.
I didn't finish the roll.
Oh, you didn't finish the roll call?
No, there's lots more.
Okay,
we stopped at Lily and the husband.
Okay, please carry on.
Marzi Mars is here. Mom S. Cheryl is here. Christiane Fisk. Tracy Lingham. Marianne. Hope Hayes.
Oh, wow.
Jojo Johnson. Vic Goddard. Did I say Patty Dixon? I think I did.
You did say Patty.
Swawa One. Bonnie Kaufman, Deirdre Diablo, and Carl Pontius Carroll.
Hello! Wow, there's quite a few new names. I don't know if the regular old gang have noticed. But yeah, we are going to make these two ingredients spinach wraps. Not spinach wraps, CK flour wraps. They are based on spinach wraps, kind of. And they're also based on Chef Fat Grams tortillas. Now, have we got Chef Fat Grams with us?
It still says waiting for guest.
Waiting for guest.
Stacey Gabler's just arrived.
Hello.
Just bear with us 2 seconds, guys. I'm going to try and see if we can get the audio working again. People are saying they can hardly hear you. Okay, so
we will do this without mic.
They said you're cutting in and out all the time.
I think what we'll do is I'll just yell and speak loudly enough so that you can hear me. Hopefully, please let us know if this is working. So in the bowl, I have 2 egg whites. And if you haven't followed us before or watched it live, all the ingredients are in the description box. Obviously, I've had to list them because some of you like to make recipes with me. But please do click on the link to Chef Fat Grams' video link and watch his video because he's the creator. Anyway, let's move on to egg whites. 1/3 cup of CK flour. Now I'm using the just CK chicken flour blend, but you can use almond, you can use your pecan if you want, whatever, right? And also we are going to need 1/3 cup of water. And that goes. Now you will see that let's mix it up. This batter is very runny. It's like pancake batter. And the whole idea behind that is so that you don't have to roll out dough between two sheets of parchment paper, all that fuss. I really was trying to think of how can we make this enchilada recipe quick, easy for those of you who, you maybe have a disability or you have an injury. This recipe should be very easy for you. Obviously, I don't know what injury you might have, but given that, you could maybe make something, you can use this recipe. So, just get my 1/4 cup because I want to show you what this batter looks like, right? What did I do with it does, if you let it sit, if you let the batter sit for a few minutes, it does thicken up a bit. So there it is. Yeah. And then what you would do is use a 1/3 cup, no, it's 1/4 cup for the little tortillas, and I'm using these little wraps because because my enchilada bowl is very little. Are we all good?
I've just tried to get it as close to you as I can,
Yeah.
because I say that they can hear me loud and clear. That you're echoing. There's just a ton of comments about the sound.
Okay. So I don't know. We try to do something new. It's our first time trying to invite a guest. So has Chef turned up yet?
It hasn't turned up, no.
Okay. Maybe he's having trouble as well. Okay, so what I'll do, see, I've prepared a whole batch, right? But what I'll do is I'll prepare one for you, just so you can see exactly how the batter performs in a pan. So I will clear batch. Here. All right. Okay, while our pan is heating up, shall we read some comments?
Just carry on.
Oh, just carry on. Okay. Right. I'm just going to spread a little bit of oil in the pan, right? So you coat, and keep in mind, this is not a great pan. This pan is, I think it's hardly even non-stick. It's so old. So you spread a little bit of oil in the pan, and I'm just going to coat everywhere. And this is 1/4 cup of the batter, and I'm just going to place it in the middle of the pan, and then you just spread it out. You can do all kinds of things with it. You can do your own way of spreading if you want, but I just make sure all the batter's in there.
Can you just tell, sorry, Chef, can you click the link that Mel sent through to you? You need to click that link. It doesn't send your link to come on board. You just need to click that link. We've got a big super thanks from Marzi Mars and another big super thanks from Danielle. Thank you guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for putting up with the horrendous audio. Our microphones chose today to crap out.
That's really odd. We've been going so good with our live shows. There's only one technical problem a few weeks ago when I tried to join a live and then I cut everyone off. So I hope you can see this as it's cooking. It fluffs up a little bit. You can see there. And when you feel like the underside is ready, you would just loosen the edges like that. It's so much easier to make these wraps instead of the spinach wraps, by the way. It's more sturdier, and it has, I'll show you, it has a little bit of a thickness to it. Well, they are certainly thicker than the spinach wraps, but thinner than possibly a regular tortilla. But I thought it's just a lovely way to, make some enchiladas.
So Becky's arrived.
Hello, Becky. Oh, yay.
Misty Zaragoza has arrived.
Hello, Misty.
Jojo Johnson says that your makeup looks. Everything's going wrong there. Your makeup is perfect now.
Oh, thank you.
And she loves your eyebrows. Jacqueline.
Hello, Jacqueline.
Has finally been able to catch you live again. She adores your t-shirt.
Oh, thank you. Gosh. I wish they were available everywhere.
Kerry Whitford is here.
Hello, Kerry. Oh, thank you also for joining Patreon.
Stacey says, sorry, sounds so bad. I don't know what we're making today. LOL, perfect timing for my emoji. Had to get it in for Chris. And I agree, Stacey, today it is everything that could go wrong did go wrong.
Yeah. We're making enchiladas, by the way, with 2 ingredient wraps. And that's it. The wrap is ready. Look. It's ready. Fabulous. Boost. We'll set that aside for now. But, feel free to, obviously I haven't added any seasoning. I reckon that you will need like a pinch of salt and one how can I say it? One portion, the whole recipe for those wraps. It makes about 3 mini-sized wraps, but I think you would get one out of one large wrap for the whole recipe. That being said, we'll make up our sauce now. My 3rd cup. So this is just cooking sauce. They call it passata here, but it's actually just red cooking sauce, right? So I'm using a 3rd cup of that. And tablespoon. Okay. I'm just going to cut this right down. I'm using a tablespoon of taco seasoning. A couple tablespoons of taco seasoning. And I'm going to mix that up. And I think I'm going to add some garlic powder. Obviously, the ingredients are right there. If you want to do an authentic enchilada sauce recipe, just follow Chef's recipe and you'll get that, right? So once again, I'll get some garlic powder. I'm just going to add a half teaspoon of garlic powder in here and then mix that up. Oh, this looks real good. All right, so now I'm going to take most of the sauce out of my container, just because you want a little bit of the sauce coating the bottom of your dish. That's enough. So like so. I've just got, yeah, it's a little bit, right? So that's fine. We will set this all aside for now. And next we are going to fill our little wraps. Well, this is going to be interesting. I'm just clearing the dish here. All right. I've cooked some ground beef, just no seasoning, nothing, just plain ground beef. And so now we will take a wrap. Add some ground beef to your wrap. Little bit of onion.
Hey, can I just jump in for a sec?
Jump in.
Because there's lots of people talking about Chef and the link. Chef's saying that the link was sent on Instagram, so he doesn't have Instagram on his phone, and to send the link through YouTube. Guys, I can't send the link through YouTube. The link is just something that you copy and then send through an external app like WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, Instagram, etc. You need to click on that link wherever you have it, and it will open
YouTube by itself.
YouTube directly to the live.
Yep, it will. So you click on that link, Chef, and then it takes you into YouTube, and then I think it asks you to join. Yeah. Anyway.
And what I'm going to do. Can that see you now?
Yes, this can see me.
Just to see if the audio is any better, because they say they can hear me but not you.
Oh, okay.
So
We need to move it back a bit. There we go.
Okay.
It's not good because it's cutting me off. Gosh, I feel so bad for you guys. So sorry, but this is how I have folded my little wraps. I've got a little bit of ground meat in here and a little bit of onion, just sprinkles, right? And then a Mexican cheese blend, which is Mexican style shredded cheese. And then all we do with that is just give me but a moment. Wrap it up like that. And you place it in the sauce, like so. And you just repeat that process, right? So we shall continue. I ended up using, I think 2 tablespoons of ground meat is enough. you see, like everything is plain. Sorry, I don't think they can see me at all. My head's cut off. Okay, thank you. All the ingredients are plain, right? So the wraps are plain. The 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 ground meat isn't seasoned. Just the sauce is seasoned. So I mean, I feel like you've got lots of choices there about whether to season or not season. You can make it as delicious as you like.
Right, can they see you now?
Yeah, that's way better.
I'll just stand here and talk because then they can hear you properly.
Couple tablespoons of ground beef. The fun thing about a live is that you never know how it's going to go, do you? So please, we are not this unpredictable normally. We normally things just work so much better than today. I don't know what happened.
Can they hear you all right now?
I am not sure. I can't tell. Then we get so okay, my dish is cold. Do keep in mind though that I'm making this for one. So if you have, say, your family coming over or something, you're gonna get like a regular size casserole dish and make big wraps and that kind of thing. If they're into low carb or if you wanna, convince them. Okay, and you want to make sure that your wraps are covered in the sauce, like Chef says on his video. And now, cheese. I'm looking forward to this.
Right, that should be good enough there. Can you see you?
I know.
Can you see what you're doing?
Yeah. Now they can see. Yeah. All right. So we are good to go. Let's see where my oven's at. It's a little low. It's sitting at 250 Fahrenheit. I have turned it right up, but it takes forever to warm up for some reason. So I will take it out when it's hopefully soon, it'll be ready, like cheese will be melted and stuff like that. I think that when cheese is melted, it's ready. So, right. It's been a while since I've had any onion. This is normally the time where we stop and read our comments. Are you able to or not? Read our comments. Oh.
Yeah, just carry on. There's so many getting involved.
I wonder if, let's see if I can. Because now all we need to do is wait for the enchiladas to cook. So we might as well. Bear with us, please. Sorry, guys. So Stacy says, is this a pancake or a crepe? It's thicker than a crepe, really. And it's too bland to be a pancake. I mean, for me, pancakes have got vanilla in it, they've got sweetener. This is just something to wrap your ingredients in. It's nothing fancy at all, right? And the reason is because we're trying to make it or keep it zero carb, zero net carb. Yes, so Lily was saying she had trouble with the spinach wraps. They can be tricky because if your non-stick pan isn't so good, or you lift your wraps up too early to turn them over, to flip them over. So it takes some finessing. Jojo Johnson says I placed it on my silicone net on my cookie sheet and my cheap sheet twisted in the oven and the batter. I'm not sure what that means, Jojo. If you can, please clarify. Oh, okay. Slide and half of it was thin and crispy like chips and so tasty. Nice. Okay. Okay, so there's been some comments about the sound. Hopefully everything's okay now. Okay. Put garlic and salt to flavor it up. That's from Lily Albright. Danielle says, I love you guys, and I'm sorry about the higher pitched sound that's coming through my speakers, making diesel whimper and whine. Sorry about that. That's no good. So Kelly is cooking along, and she made the sauce first. That's nice. And Nancy says she can hear us now, so that's awesome. Hello, Festus's mom. Look, from Louisiana, USA. And Stacey says she still can't hear. I think the issues have been resolved there now. Okay, so Deborah says, hi, Mel and Chris. Looking good, Deborah Robinson. Cheryl, mom says bye to Danielle. Okay, and then, okay, audio gone. Right. Audio back again. Oh, guys, you guys are having, I'm just checking all the comments to see what I can read out. And I'm just trying to skip the audio because the audio comments because it's fixed now, right? So there you go. Good, can hear you now. Camera's too close. So Jojo says the close-up is good because she can see my makeup and my eyelash. That is why we film from far, Jojo, because you don't need to see the wrinkles and all the flaws. So Lily Albright says, I think you could use those wraps in place of noodles for like the lasagna. Oh, absolutely yes. I was doing having a PMSF week, right? So that's protein sparing modified. Hello, Chef.
Hello, can you hear me? Hold on a second. I gotta get this. I gotta get my phone off of off the rack.
Oh, you finally did it. Congratulations.
Well, I'm having to do it through. Hold on.
Oh, absolutely. I can hear. Is it my voice?
Okay, so I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yes. So
You can.
everyone, this is Chef Fat Grams. Hi.
How are you doing, young lady?
I'm good. So I made your enchiladas, but I did my own thing.
Kind of. Let me see if I can do. Actually, let me pull out my earbuds because I can actually hear it this way. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
So I made 2 ingredient wraps inspired by your tortillas. I didn't work the egg whites, but I did use 2 egg whites. And I used 1/3 cup of CK chicken flour. And like for enchiladas, I'm really happy with them.
Awesome. They look
Yeah,
very.
yeah, yeah. No, so I'm really happy with them, and I added water to thin out the batter because I was thinking of people who don't have a tortilla press, or they don't want to roll out dough. If you make a thicker batter kind of thing. But Chef and I were speaking in the week, everybody, about I need practice with his tortillas because it's different with the machine. You need a good, like an electric tortilla press, just to make it convenient for you. Am I saying the right thing, Chef, or do you have some advice for us?
With the tortillas, hold on a second. I am trying to. So I had my phone set up totally for this. So I'm having to do this on my iPad. So I'm
Okay.
looking at my screen over here so that my eyes don't wander all over the place and y'all think I'm crazy, which I am, but that's beside the point. So I want to look at you this way. So at least I'm looking into the camera. So I'm looking at my TV up here.
Okay.
Re-ask that question, please.
Advice with the tortillas is the best way to make them with an electrical tortilla press.
Most definitely. Because once you get used to making them, it takes about 30 seconds to make one. So you can make a whole bunch of them and put them away.
Wow.
It's definitely worth now. Unfortunately, they used to be about $30.
Right.
And most of them now run about $60 on Amazon. And it's funny because they were cheap when I first put a link out and then they went way up. So
Wow, that's a big jump.
yeah, it was a big jump. But
Okay. Wow. All right. Let's read out some comments and then we're going to go back to asking Chef a few questions. Okay. Mr. Marzi Mars says, I'm looking fantastic. Thank you, Mars. And try making a quesadilla with the same recipe. It should work out great. Ella C. Perry is the best. Says usually I can see everything but today except with sound. Okay, right. She's trying to describe what was going on. Shirley Millar, I just tuned in, so sorry if I missed something, but the sound wasn't good. Yes. I think it's all sorted now. Mom S. Cheryl Tomlinson says yes, those wraps cut into strips would be really good noodles, or make them longer for lasagna. Yes, absolutely. Okay, and then Lily says she's going to try them. Jojo says she wants to make chips with them. Interesting, Jojo. Try adding a bit of baking powder to fluff them up. I think they'd work out really good. Or you could leave out the water and add baking powder and thicken up the batter so that you're going to roll it out so that you can cut your fry strips. Okay, Judy Durant says you can also make a portion of the enchiladas on a plate and microwave to heat. Good serving for one. I like that. And Christiane Fitz says she's going to get a fork for when it comes. Okay. Right. Grandma Green is in the house. Hello, Grandma Green. Okay. Right. Everyone is saying, hey, Chef. Hey, Chef. Nice to see you. It's nice to see your
Nice to
face.
see
Welcome from down under from Aussie Bars. Judy says, you're looking good and sounding good, Chef. Okay. Lily says you're crazy, and we all know that.
Definitely. But we know she's crazy too, so that goes both ways, Lily. We're going to check your freezer for your husband.
Oh, can you tell? Oh my goodness. Kelly says she's just flipped her first one over. So the question I have, Chef, is, I don't know, some of us, we go so far back that we can't remember how we started liking something. But would you recall what got you into cooking and what do you think makes you good at it?
Necessity. Definitely necessity. Yeah. I grew up rather humble beginnings. We didn't have a whole lot. Interestingly enough, when we moved from New York to Texas, we came down in a UPS truck. I don't know if you guys have the big brown UPS trucks.
We have UPS here, but I don't know what kind of truck it is.
It's a box truck, but we basically moved from New York, so we grew up pretty poor, and you got to get creative to make some of the meats or ingredients that are cheap taste good. So that spurred my cooking. I actually, if I had my camera up there on my arm, where I dropped the pan when I was young. I shouldn't have been cooking, but I was. So, and who doesn't like food, right?
Yeah.
And all of us are chefs in a way, because on this diet we have to get creative. It's you can take a recipe that's out there, but don't mean you can throw it together and it's going to work, because you know as well as I, fails are probably 60 to 70% of the time. We go
Yeah.
through a lot. I know I do for sure.
And like for me, even when a recipe works, I always try and think of, gosh, if I was someone else, how can I mess this up? You know, and I try and put tips in, you know, make sure, you know, like, you know, tips to make sure that they can get it right. And like, funny enough, I'm just like you. We didn't grow up super rich. South Africa is a third world country, and with it, even if you're well off in that country, you're still not well off. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. I do.
So, but yeah, I know this. You're probably talking about something different. But I also think that when you come from humble beginnings and you get yourself to a different place in life, I think that says that you're made of strong stuff, doesn't it? Because
exactly.
it means you're resilient, and it means that how can I say, the outcomes in your life are not determined by your situation, not always, doesn't it? What do you think?
Yeah, I definitely do. I mean, it shapes you in more ways than just cooking because when you basically have to adapt and overcome different situations, well, all you're going to do is get stronger. And then if
Yeah,
you don't have what you once had, it's okay because you didn't
yeah,
have it to be. So my upbringing, my mom and dad are wonderful people, amazing people. I love them dearly. And honestly, I'd probably get in trouble, but my dad was the cook. My mom could cook, but my dad would put stuff together. It wasn't
right.
always liked, but I mean, he would go and get ketchup and throw a little bit of mustard in it, fry it up with some butter, add and that was our spaghetti sauce. So
Wow.
he was always creative. The end of the week came, well, what was left over in the refrigerator? That's what was dinner. So
And leftovers. I'm sorry. I'm I'm leftover team. I'm team leftovers. So so good. The food tastes yummier somehow. For a lot of dishes, especially those um that was a mixture like paella and stuff like that. Really good leftovers. We'll break for now and we'll get to some comments. I see it going ding ding
yeah,
ding
and
ding.
sorry, I can't even really see them with this one. I'm trying not to make my eyes wander. They're little bitty right here, and as you see, I already have bad vision in my old age. You know what I mean? So they're a little bit too small for me to read.
Chef, you are not old.
Well, tell my body.
Anyway, okay. Well, Ethel is here. Hello, Ethel. And Ethel says these wraps would be good in New Mexico stacked enchiladas with an egg on top. Thanks for looking forward to what? Looking forward to us having a comp. Okay. Yes. And I also both Chef and I like to provide you with a simple recipe that you can change. You can add your own seasonings. You can flavor it up. You could change it how you want. So the very basics. And he his is actually very similar to mine. It's a similar basic recipe. So I mean, for me, I would add salt in there, maybe garlic powder to make it more delicious. It's your choice, I think. Um, Jojo says she has cried when a recipe failed. Um, yeah, it's not nice.
Well, I can give a quick tip on especially sweets. I try to push monk fruit extract. It's not the Lakanto or any of them that have it added. But when you're cooking like you and I, and a lot of the subs, this is a great hack. So I put it in a spray bottle, and the stuff is so powerful. That's why it's less than 1% of your sweetener. Because if you notice, like any of your erythritals or your alluloses, they're about 7% the sweetness of regular sugar. So that's why they put that little bit of monk fruit to get it to 100%. Um,
Wow.
so what I do is I put it in a spray bottle and say I made cookies or a cake, and I don't want to waste it because I try not to waste stuff. I'll eat it even if it doesn't taste good. But I will spray my cookies or my cake or whatever dessert making with that. And you can usually salvage it. Now, then I have to go back in and modify my recipe. And the only reason I don't cook with a lot more monk fruit extract is because I think people get scared when they click on Amazon and see that a 2-ounce bottle is like $8 to $10. But what they don't realize is that little 2-ounce bottle equals about 3 to 5 of your bags of sugar. So the cost is dirt cheap compared to regular urine. Not only that, it's the only sweetener I know of that is an anti-inflammatory, which is amazing for a sweetener. So,
What? Wow. Wow. I think it's certainly worth getting if you want to try some new recipes out or you just want to change your sweetener completely. Look at monk fruit extract, guys. There you go.
yeah. And it doesn't have the crystallization property that you need for some of your baking. So, you have to use it in certain things. If you buy it, the first thing you need to make is whipped cream. You put a little vanilla, or my favorite, amaretto. That's the best whipped cream. You'll never have a better whipped cream than that. I don't care
Wow.
what brand.
Wow.
So,
Wow.
yep.
Wow. Oh, okay. So Cheryl says, Lily, you would have your hands full with chef and your hubby in the freezer, in a freezer. I don't know. I can't imagine that. Oh, so Judy says, good philosophy, Mel. And Jojo says, so far, the recipes I've made with you have not failed me. That is awesome, Jojo. Not everybody can say that, I'm afraid. Lily says, when you come from a humble beginning, you appreciate life much better. That is so true. Patty says, Chef, do you have a recommendation for an electric tortilla press size brand? Thanks. May I answer that? If Patty, please go to, there's a link in the description box to Chef's Enchilada recipe, but he's also got his tortillas in his description box. He's got all the, where you can buy an electric tortilla press from. But otherwise, yeah, that's where it is, isn't it? I should actually put a link in for you guys to his tortilla video as well. I'll do that afterwards, and then just give me maybe 10 minutes after the live, and I'll put it in so that you can get the one he uses.
And honestly, Mel, you go ahead and put a link to the tortilla press in yours. I don't really even mess with Amazon. As a matter of fact, Amazon is probably the only money I've ever made on YouTube. And it's like $27 to date. So I don't mess with the links at all. So if you want to put in there, you'll see like the one that I have is like the ones that are there. They're just off branded. They're the same ones. And my biggest tip for using them, those things are not designed to make regular dough style tortillas. So if you buy one, know that, and that's why they get negative reviews. The negative reviews,
Okay.
people are trying to press out dough when they're making it. But the way that we make them that are liquid, now you can get by with it.
So you need sort of a thick batter for it to work, like how your batter is.
You could, and I would say experiment with it. That's why I went into that one video where you see it blow out. That it just blew that whole tortilla out when I went over the demonstration for it. So whatever batter you're dealing with, you're going to have to either come down on it a little lighter, press it faster. You're just going to have to figure out the technique that works for it. And I try to do that if I know there can be issues that are going to come about when people do it. So.
Okay. And I think if like quite a few people buy it, they could always ask you to do a demonstration on the different ways that you can avoid failing with that machine. Should they buy it? Probably, yeah.
So many electric presses, it's crazy. I'm a thrift shopper, and we have a place here called Council for the Blind. And usually today, they're 50% off. So I cannot tell you how many presses that I've got for $4, $2,
Wow.
$30 presses. So I have a lot that I haven't even used.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, Lily says I think I read that out, sorry. Cheryl says, Chef, wait till you get to my age. Kelly says, I have leftover pork roast, so I'm going to use that for some lunch. Oh, why not? That would be amazing. Deborah Robbins says, did I miss the mystery guest? Stormy here in Western New York State making computer unhappy. Right. So, yes, well, the guest is here. No, he's more like a part of the family, isn't he?
Definitely. You guys are part of family too.
Yeah. Thank you, Chef. And you getting more greetings. Mrs. Henderson, Mom says hi, Chef. Deborah says hi, Chef.
Hello to all. So I'm listening to them. It's not like I'm ignoring them. I'm just letting Mel do her thing.
Yeah.
See me smile every once in a while. I know I said I'm crazy, but it's because I saw Sarah Tomlin's comment pop up earlier, and you probably like, why is this dude laughing? Well,
Oh,
sometimes I
yeah, yeah,
there when I'm
yeah.
looking at you.
And Kelly says, ironically, my first flip was the best. I'm glad I'm not concerned with appearance and not self-critical when cooking things. Absolutely. Now, mine are not perfection. I'm not looking for perfection because they're going in an enchilada casserole. Like, so for something quick and something like that, it's fine for me. Right. Brian Marcus says, I think he was still having sound. Lily says, I normally don't cook around, but I put a half teaspoon of tomato paste in the mix and it came out lovely and yummy. That's awesome. Now, I used just a red cooking sauce to save time, but Chef uses tomato paste. I've listed his ingredients in the description box. He uses tomato paste and water. So go for that there. TT Happy Rock says, hi, Mel and Chef from Oregon, US. Hi. Now, is the weather cooling down yet with you guys? That's what I want to know because, yeah, it's hot there for such a long time. What do you say, Chef?
What's that? My weather here?
Yeah, no, all over in America, like people are just complaining about the heat.
Well, let me tell you. You see this shirt? It's Crystal Beach, and you see right here, it's Texas. I came to Missouri, and when I first got here, everyone's like, "Man, this is a hot day." I'm like, "Man, this feels like it's air conditioned out here. What are you talking about?" And now I've kind of gotten more acclimated to it, so I feel the heat a
Right.
little more, but it doesn't bother me.
Yeah,
You know,
because
I'm working
Missouri is
on a
kind
project,
of
so I've been out in the heat, and it doesn't bother me.
right. Yeah, because Missouri is way more cooler than some other parts of
Yeah,
America, isn't it?
it's more the humidity's not here. In Texas, down by Galveston, the humidity makes it just almost miserable. But you have so much nice weather that you get to do a lot more outdoor things. Here, it gets cold, and
Right.
I'm super fond of the cold. I don't mind it, and I'm getting acclimated to it, but I like the heat.
Carrie says something I like about both Mel and Chef's channels is that their thumbnails aren't clickbaity. Thank you for that. Oh, yes. You're welcome. Oh, I think we both like just clean thumbnails, just showing the food and a bit of writing on it and that kind of stuff. And then Hope says it is in Minnesota, so it must have been warm or cool there. I'm not sure. Oh, and then Christiane says it was 114 here yesterday where I am in Texas. Wow. So no, not yet. It hasn't got cool. So I really should check on these enchiladas and hopefully while I was chatting away, they haven't burned. One moment.
Oh, they will get discolored if you leave them in too long.
They are perfect.
Nice. Those look delicious. I'll be over in a little bit.
Yep.
Mozzie Moz is coming to pick me up. Thanks, Moz.
The smell. The smell. This enchiladas. Whew. Pass me the fork. Oh, this is gonna be real hot, isn't it? Mm. Mm. Real good. Mm.
Where is Chris? I haven't heard him. He needs to poke his head out or something.
He had to help my daughter with something, and
Oh, okay.
yeah, she had trouble. So I think she's lost her key or something. So he's going to come back shortly.
Okay. Life happens, right?
Yeah, things happen.
We found that.
And, Jojo says add some sour cream on that. Right.
Definitely
I don't
sour
know.
good on anything.
And I was thinking fresh cilantro would have been really good too.
Yep. That goes good in tamales.
Ah.
Like I said, I'm going to have to send you some pork rinds because you need to cook with pork rinds. I wish more
Yes.
people did because they are amazing to cook with.
We were talking in the week, and Chef was saying that pork rinds acts very much like gelatin. So when I do get, I think maybe we should have maybe a cook-off, and he can teach me how to make the pork rinds like gelatin, because there are quite a few vegetarians and people who don't want to use beef necessarily. So maybe not for vegetarian, but for people who don't eat beef, then it will be, because how can you have pork when you okay. Anyway, I made some comments. So Kelly says with such a small dish, 2 servings, I think that she'll put it in the air fryer. Perfectly fine. Kieran Humble says the heat in Southeast Alabama is bad from the high humidity too. Chef, you're right about the heat and the humidity. Hope says cooling down last night was 56 degrees. Marzi says, Mrs. Mel, that recipe should be great for Lebanese style pizzas such as a lehem or a za'atar. Check them out. Try them out. They're delish. Advice, everybody, from Mozzie Moz. Jojo says, okay. Jojo said add some cream. Hope sour cream. Mozzie Moz says, right on CFG, looking all trimmed and terrific. He's messing with you, isn't he?
Yeah, that's all right. I had someone comment, just shave. So I thought about putting a poll out. You know, it used to be I had some color in this, so now it's salt and pepper or whatever it is. But they were like, "Oh my God, shave!" And I said, "There was a time when I had to. This is not that time." So anyhow,
Oh my goodness. Okay, it says Kelly says, look at the pride on Chef's face when he saw Mel loving that first bite. I did. He was smiling at me, wasn't he?
hey, we get passionate. I mean, that is the one of the main reasons I did start the channel. It's because you get passionate about what you're doing and you talk to people around you and they don't accept the keto diet. So they get
Yeah.
tired of hearing it. Well, I'm talking to an audience who likes the keto diet, who wants
Yeah.
a recipe. So we're all of like mind. So it gives us a way to be excited about what we love.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Jojo is asking if you have tamales on your channel. Jojo, please go and subscribe to Chef Fat Grams' channel right now. He's got you have to go look through his library, and yes, tamales is one of them.
And I will say on that, if Jojo, if you're used to tamales and you have pork rinds and you make it, you will have a very, very hard time knowing they are not tamales. Because anyone who's eaten tamales, everyone makes them a little bit different. The matzah might be, a little too wet. They might have a little too much meat. That's why I say in the video, if they've got light meat and it tastes good, the matzah is what makes the tamale. So it is very, very, I'd say 95% to a regular tamale. It's probably one of the best recipes. As
Wow.
far as outcome, you know what I'm saying? We always have to know that what we make is going to be keto. It's not going to be, regular flour and refined sugar. It's just like when people go get a soda that have a regular carbohydrate diet. If they get the real sugar one and they're used to high fructose corn syrup, well, they taste totally different. So
Yeah.
it's the same thing in our cooking. We
Yeah.
can expect this much, and that one is so close. It's not funny.
I really wanted to make the tamales. I've never had tamales before. And like a whole country and a few countries make them. And I have never had them. And I couldn't find what was the thing again? Miso.
The matzah, well, the matzah is not it. You basically wrap them in a corn husk. So I didn't know if you guys could get that. I know you had a problem getting something else too.
The
That the way
masa thing.
when you told me that you guys can't get those. I mean, I guess we take for granted. We're here in the US and we can get just about anything we want in 2 days
Well,
from
I
any.
stopped looking at the for anything else because I couldn't find the masa. Now, Kerry says Costco have excellent pork rinds. I haven't seen them I did actually look for pork rinds in Costco, and at the time, they didn't have them. But the next time I go, I will look for them again because I would love to have some. So, Mrs. H says she loves pork rinds, curry with bread. Marsh Lamakun has been on my radar for a while. The base has held me back. Okay, I wonder what that is, Kerry. Oh, Kerry says CFG is hotter than I expected.
Is what?
CFG is hotter than I expected.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I'll take that as a compliment.
Well, how can you not? Anyway, okay. So Monty Mon says, "Nah, bro, you look the bomb." And Jojo says she will subscribe. I think the microwave chicken flour recipe came from Chef. Yes, that's right. And she loves tamale. Teresa Griffin says, "Thank you both. Great recipe creators." Thank you, Teresa. Christiane says, "Lol, took 3 times before I really liked tamale and finally removed the husk." Right. Judy Duran says you can get tamales at almost any restaurant here in Albuquerque, but not keto, of course. Yes, of course. Louise says that looks yummy. Thank you, Louise. And Danielle says, "Hello again. Sound is so much better." Yes. Mrs. Henderson says, "Carrie, I was going to say that too." So, is there anything you'd like to share with us, Chef, besides, my little questions that I had?
Not really. I mean, I figured if people had questions or you had questions, that's what this is. To go ahead
Okay.
and go. So if there's any
Okay.
more questions, I'm open. I'm like Chris.
Do you
I can run
have,
too.
huh?
So I said
Pardon?
I'm like Chris. I can go ahead and run the Olympics of talking too. If we were closer and you guys weren't halfway across the world, we'd probably get along real well.
Oh yes, I think all the guys who interact in their lives, they get on really well, and there's like 5 guys to all these women in the live, and you guys are all very similar, and you get along. So Okay, Kerry says lamacun is Turkish pizza flatbread topped with a minced capsicum and herb pressed on top. That's interesting. I would like to actually look into it more. Wow. Mozzie Mars says he has several flavored pork rinds, and one of his favorite is the South African blend, super versatile. I need to know where you get the stuff, man. And Manfito's here, Chef. Would you tell us your first name?
My name is Richard.
Richard. Okay.
And if people are wondering what that little thing was on her thumbnail, well, that was my original idea for the channel itself. I wasn't going to show up on camera. Basically, all you'd see if you've seen any of my older ones was no head, just arms, and I was like, people here in the States, if you remember the old commercial, dry eyes, try clear eyes. That was my monotone voice. I think I've come a little bit. So if you watch my old ones, please bear with it. I'm cycling.
Do you have little Chef handy there?
I do, but it's going to be a little harder to get him. The way I had it set up, it wouldn't be a problem. But yeah, there he goes right there. Now, all of this stuff, see, you can't see in my head, but I'm going to show you in his head. So that's all his workings. And I built him. It took me about a year because of the concept to, go ahead and build him. So I started.
He's fabulous. He's just joy. I could not be sad looking at you and him together because you guys are like twins. Well, I suppose that's what you're going for, but wow. And
are you saying I'm plastic? Are you saying I'm plastic?
I'm not, no.
Just kidding.
But maybe I'm not saying he's plastic either.
Oh, well, hey, originally I was going to act like that with him with the full view and put him down because I think it creeps people out. One of the young ladies at work said, yeah, I don't know if I'd watch that with that thing. So I decided, yeah, he probably wasn't the best of ideas, but hey.
Well, the comments have gone crazy, so let's get into those. Danielle says, highly recommend CFG tamales. Marianne says, Chef, would you tell us? I've done that one. Louise says, I like heavy meat in my tamales. Danielle says, hello, Richard. Jojo says, haha, ROFL. And yes, twins. So she's referring to.
Yes, he was designed. I actually went into a program to stretch the face and make him look like me. So he was designed.
What do you call him?
Let's see. Let's do a side by side.
What do you call him, Chef? Because I was going to say little.
No, Richard. He is Chef Fat Grams. I am Richard.
Oh.
So see my little Chucky buddy. That's what I think scared people off. The older people are remembering Chucky. They're like, I don't want this dude running around in my kitchen.
He's not scary at all.
I know. I'm just saying. Look, we even have the newer movie. What's the newer movie? Megan. So there's always AI, scary puppet style thing. So
yeah,
he hasn't attacked me. I mean, he's been good for years. So they
can
get over.
Mozzie's asking if you could have him sit with you while we're doing the live.
I would, Mozzie, but it's so hard. You see my camera doing this because I'm holding my iPad. I look all grainy because this iPad's like a 2019 version. My iPhone's a 14, so it has good resolution. This thing's a little dated. Are you getting back in those enchiladas? All this comment reading made you hungry?
I'm not hungry. Oh my gosh. You have to make these enchiladas, guys. They're gorgeous. Mm. Mars is saying, can you bring that tray back into shot and show us a close-up? Oh, yes. Great minds. Ouch. I just ignore this part where I ate, okay?
I'm looking up on my TV to see it because this screen's so small. Oh, you did justice. Thank you.
Thank you.
They look
But
delicious.
guys, we will sign off there. Make enchiladas by Chef Fat Grams. And if you haven't subscribed yet, go and subscribe. Why not? He is he's really good. I don't recommend a lot of channels, but he's definitely one of those creators that I respect a hell of a lot. So please do. Stay goofy. JJ says that stay goofy. Danielle says we are all dated, but we are aging like fine wine or vinegar. Lily says goodbye and God bless. There's always room in my freezer for you, Chef.
Hey, can I put you on the spot now and
Yeah.
ask them what you did? So anyway, I was gonna do a collab, I just didn't really want to do a live. So now I
Okay.
want to put you on the spot. In the comments below, is it not time for Mel to put a cookbook together? I want y'all to comment below and let her know.
I've already signed up to make a start on that, actually.
Awesome.
And Tracy, Ella says, is tamale similar as enchiladas? Never had both of them. I would say try the enchiladas first because, like, it's so easy, and I can almost guarantee that you're going to love this recipe. You guys saw I put hardly any seasoning. I just use taco seasoning instead of cumin and making it up myself here. I use taco seasoning and garlic powder, a little bit of garlic powder, and it is really flavorful.
See, Maz, you're still on your way? Yeah, it'll be a while.
Carrie Woodbread says ebook as an option, and Mel, you have people here that can edit and test the recipes for you. Absolutely, and you have everyone is saying yes, yes, yes to cookbook. Oh, it's a lot of work, but we will try and get it done. Yes, Marzi, you did. Marzi mentioned it when we first met. But let's sign off for now, guys. We're here for over an hour, and so sorry about the technical difficulties. We will try not to make that happen again. I just want to also say thank you to Chef for joining us and taking time out to spend with us yet another week.
And thank all of you. Thank you, Mel, Chris, since he's not there, but he'll see this.
Yeah. Anyway. Ciao. Bye, guys. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, Chef.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.